I'm Takahashi, and I run Wisdom Tool in Harajuku and Daikanyama in Tokyo. Nice to meet you. Basically, everything we offer is made to order. We handle custom orders for men's clothing, such as suits, shirts, and even coats. Rather than offering ready-made items, we take the time to discuss your preferred fabrics and sizing, collaborating to create a suit that's perfectly tailored to you. In my previous job in the same industry, I had the chance to travel to different regions, meet artisans, and see firsthand the excellence of made-in-Japan craftsmanship. I truly felt its value and uniqueness. At the same time, I also saw the reality. Issues like the lack of successes and challenges with fair compensation. It struck me as such a loss to see this tradition gradually fading away. And I've always wanted to create an industry where the spotlight shines on those artisans. After spending about 3 years in that job, I thought, why not start my own store? That's how it all began. Just a simple thought of, maybe I'll give it a shot. I feel that Harajuku has a strong culture of valuing things. You see it in motorcycles, cars, leather goods, and even vintage clothing. There's this deep-rooted sense of cherishing items, but in a unique way. That made me feel there was potential here. Plus, having a suit shop in Harajuku creates an interesting contrast. It's unexpected, and I found that idea fascinating. That's why I decided to open the shop in Harajuku. It's probably the same reason for Daikanyama. There isn't much of an impression of suit shops in that area. It's kind of in the middle of Nakameguro, Shibuya, and Ebisu, which I found pretty interesting. While searching around Daikanyama, I came across the perfect spot, and that's how I decided to open there. When it comes to our focus, I believe the idea of a good suit can vary greatly from person to person. The most important thing for us is to understand their needs and preferences, and work together to create the perfect suit for them. If we start dictating how things should be, we risk forcing everything into a rigid mold. We try not to say no as much as possible and listen to everything our customers are interested in. That said, we'll speak up if something really isn't suitable. We create formal suits, but we also make oversized suits. While it's important to uphold the idea of what a suit should be, it's just as crucial to discuss with our clients what kind of suit matters most to them. I believe those conversations and that time spent together are incredibly valuable. I'm the same age as Gottz, and we originally connected through soccer. Later, I needed someone with dreadlocks for a photo shoot, and I had 2 candidates in mind. I decided to go with Gottz and made a suit for him for the first time. He also wore it in some of our promotional videos. One day, I went to a bar and saw Gottz drinking with Shupei. At that time, Shupei hadn't revealed he was part of KANDYTOWN, and I wasn't aware of it either. I think Gottz was talking about me, and we ended up exchanging contact information. He mentioned that he'd like to come by to have a suit made. We thought, why not do a photo shoot while he's here? So we did that as well. He's ordered suits from us, recently had a coat made, and has even come by to get some pants made individually. I'm not sure if it was because he saw the photos from that shoot, or if Shupei mentioned us, but afterward, Yo came to us and said he wanted to have a suit made as well. We said, if that's the case, would you mind if we took some photos? And he kindly let us do a photo shoot. He's also visited us privately to order a suit and even had some pants made. It might sound odd to call it a coincidence, but that's how we all ended up connecting. This is the entrance to the Wisdom Tool Daikanyama store. It's located on the 3rd floor of a building facing Hachiman Street, so you'll need to head up the stairs. The store is much larger than the one in Harajuku and has a slightly different vibe. Let's go take a look. This is the entrance. There's a sign here, and when the light is on, it means we're open. If the light is off, we're closed. Let's head inside. This is the interior of the Daikanyama store. While the Harajuku store has more of an atelier-like vibe, this one is more spacious, and the items on display are simpler.
I'm Aoki, a staff member at Wisdom Tool. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'd like to introduce some of our products. He's generally not on the shop floor. Instead, he works on planning, product development, PR, and even casting.
Yes.
He handles various tasks behind the scenes.
Apart from making suits. Okay. There are several things I'd like to introduce. We currently offer two types of ready-made pants, denim and nylon slacks. The denim comes in three colors, indigo, white and black. As for the nylon fabric, it's available in black, beige and navy. This nylon fabric is something our staff really loves. It's stretchy, water repellent and lightweight. Many of us have even made items for ourselves using it, and we've received a lot of customer orders for it as well. That's why we decided to turn it into a ready-made product. Even if you crumple it, it doesn't wrinkle easily, so you can wear it casually without worrying about it.
Yes.
For suit pants or slacks, I think it's perfectly fine to order them as usual. We sometimes have young customers come to us for their coming-of-age ceremonies, as well as fashion-conscious customers. To cater to them, we wanted to showcase the fashion-forward side of Wisdom Tool. That's why we decided to create items using stylish fabrics like denim and nylon. Both the suit pants and the ready-made pants are crafted by the same skilled artisans who make our high-end suits priced at 100,000 or 200,000 yen. So I believe the quality is truly impeccable. We also have polos available in three colors, white, navy and green. All of them are dyed starting from the fabric itself. We carefully selected the fabric, paying attention to stretch and ensuring it wasn't too soft or too stiff. The colors were also dyed to match our vision. To create these polos, we bought and analyzed various vintage polos, trying out different brands and patterns. We compared them and discussed details like the body width should be about this. The length should be ideal like this, and the collar should have this kind of length. Through this process, we crafted what we believe is the best polo shirt possible. These are uniforms. This one is for Mr. Brothers Cut Club, and this one is for a restaurant. We've had the opportunity to create uniforms for 3-star Michelin restaurants, as well as sushi restaurants. We also work with hotels. We make items like aprons, and if there's a specific request, we handle that as well. In fact, we currently have a few projects in progress.
Yes.
We also do uniforms. We make the tops for our shoes, leather shoes, and jewelry. This piece here is the top part of a necklace. The logo was designed by Bunta, a tattoo artist who's the same age as me. He's the one who designed this piece as well. All the jewelry I wear is crafted by my friend Akira, who runs DOD. He's someone I've been close with for a long time, and I trust him to create all of my pieces. The leather shoes are made in collaboration with Brother Bridge in Asakusa. I used to work in a job related to leather shoes, so we collaborated on creating the shoe last from scratch, focusing on the shape of the shoe. We made quite a few adjustments, like tweaking the width or deciding whether to bring the front forward or push it back a little. These shoes are designed to pair well with suits, but since we also offer ready-made items like denim pants, they can also be styled with more casual pants. We aim to strike a perfect balance, so we put a lot of thought into the shape and design. High-end leather shoes can be made by using expensive materials, but our goal was to create quality shoes at an affordable price. We were meticulous about the materials and construction, ensuring they are accessible for younger people while also being easy and comfortable to wear. That's the concept behind these leather shoes. If you polish them, they pair well with dress pants. But if you prefer a more casual or workwear vibe, you can wear them as is without polishing. We specifically chose a leather that works for both styles, allowing people to enjoy the natural look if they want to keep it casual.
I'm Murakami from Wisdom Tool. It's a pleasure to meet you. Basically, the fabrics you see here are either vintage pieces we've sourced or ones we personally feel are exceptional. For example, this is a rare linen material made from flax. This is Spence Bryson linen from Ireland. Typically, linen is quite soft and tends to wrinkle easily, but this Spence Bryson linen is a heavyweight material. While it does wrinkle, the wrinkles are larger and more pronounced, rather than fine and subtle. It also develops a bit of sun fading, allowing you to enjoy the way it evolves over time. We also offer some unique colors. This fabric is often chosen by customers for suits meant for resort weddings. This is a fabric from Marling & Evans, a British fabric company. Around 100 years ago, they were responsible for the interiors of Rolls-Royce cars. It's a very traditional British fabric brand. The fabric features a herringbone pattern, resembling fish bones, and is quite rare as well.
But basically, our main focus is on classic and timeless fabrics, like navy and other basics.
That's right. About 70 to 80% of our customers are businessmen. For them, we sell a lot of classic options like navy suits, grey suits with stripes, and Glen check patterns. We primarily stock fabric makers that specialize in classic and basic designs. For example, we have Fox Brothers, and this is Draper's Grand Karu, a one-of-a-kind fabric that's only available in Japan. This fabric is currently in stock. We also offer socks in 3 colors: yellow, green, and a lavender-like shade. These are our color socks. We also offer 3 basic colors for business socks: black, navy, and brown.
There's only so much you can do with a suit. Instead of focusing on the suit itself, we think it's more stylish to play around with accessories, like a tie, adding a splash of color, or experimenting with socks. That kind of variation feels more fashionable to us. Rather than going for something flashy, we think it's better to keep the suit very simple. Adding a touch of playful color with socks that peek out subtly creates a really nice vibe. That's all for Daikanyama. I'd love to show you our main store in Harajuku as well, so let's head over there together and take a look. This is the entrance to our main store in Harajuku. If you've been here before, you might recognize it. The barbershop M.R. Brothers is on the 1st floor, and we're located on the 3rd floor of the same building. Let me show you around. Let's go. This is Wisdom Tool. It might feel a bit intimidating to step in, but please, come on in. This is our main store in Harajuku. It's about half the size of the Daikanyama store, but we have a lot of customers coming and going here. I feel it's a much more intimate and lively space.
I'm Yamada, the Vice President of Wisdom Tool. It's a pleasure to meet you. At our main Harajuku store, as Takahashi mentioned, there's a lot of customer traffic. Many people also stop by just to hang out or smoke on the balcony, making it a very homey and welcoming space. This is the space where we review fabrics and take orders. Customers can select their preferred fabrics and buttons here, and the available fabric options are displayed right over there. And over there we have all of our fabric books fully displayed. Initially, we present the fabrics to our customers like this. They can touch the fabrics and even drape a piece over their shoulder to see how it matches their skin tone. Our ordering process starts with selecting a fabric. Once the fabric and buttons are decided, the rest is simply taking measurements. Measurements are usually taken over there in front of the mirror. We measure details like shoulder width and length. We place a strong emphasis on comfort, so we carefully measure details like shoulder angles, whether the customer has sloping shoulders or a slight hunch. Precise adjustments are made based on these measurements. The suit is typically completed in about a month and a half, after which the customer returns for a fitting. One of our key points is that given the scale of our operation, we typically present fabrics to customers using books like these. But recently we've started purchasing fabric outright, which is a bit of a risk. If it doesn't sell, we end up with a lot of leftover stock, but we've decided to take that chance. But we feel this approach is better for our customers. Instead of just looking at small fabric samples, we can spread the fabric out to show more of it. We also have a mirror, so customers can see how the fabric looks against their skin, making it easier to visualize the final product. That's why we choose to purchase some fabrics in advance. We have shirts and jacket suits hanging on both sides here. Customers try them on during the measurement process. This allows us to check details like shoulder angles, make adjustments for their body type, and verify the length. We also discuss their preferences for the silhouette and have them try on a sample suit before taking measurements. We can make body type adjustments down to the millimeter. If a customer wants, we can create extremely wide suits or suits with very short lengths, whatever they prefer. If it looks cool, we'll do it. We suggest classic styles and adjust the fit to the customer's preferences.
Going forward, as a shop, we aim to evolve into a deeper brand. Rather than just being a custom suit store, we want to establish ourselves as a unique genre. I'm always thinking about what makes Wisdom Tool unique. When someone looks at one of our suits, I want them to be able to say, "That's so Wisdom Tool." Going forward, I want to continue building that identity step by step, piece by piece. I also want to create an environment where the craftspeople who were our original inspiration are more appreciated. My vision is to establish a place where people from all over the world come specifically to have their suits made. We're also considering opening stores overseas. We have a variety of ideas in mind. But ultimately, it's all about building things up day by day. We're not in a profession where our reputation changes overnight. It's all about steady progress. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, we'll start to get the recognition we deserve. By continuing to build on that, I hope that in 10 or 20 years, we'll have created something even better. That's what I'm focused on right now.